Hello, it's that time of the week again, and we're back with another Alternative Idol podcast. I'm Terry from the Alternative Idol Facebook group, and I'm joined with my regular co-host, Gary from Idol is Shit.
Hey guys, Wagwan.
And John from Straight from Japan.
Hey, ready to go.
Good. Thanks for everyone who tuned in last week, and for everyone who watched the on-demand video as usual. And we're glad to have everyone back with us this week for another show. We've got quite a bit of information, quite a bit of news this week, as ever. So, anything you guys want to say before we get started, or you want to crack on?
What a week.
We can just go.
What a week.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Hold on to your seats, folks.
Yeah, I think something might have happened. Maybe. I can't remember.
Couple big things, maybe.
Let's get started on the news for this week. And we'll start with an easy one, you know what I mean? We'll break everyone in easy. We don't want to, cause tears too quickly. So first we're going to start off with Gang Parade. I know I've already spoke a lot about their Beyond the Mountain single. I remember we originally announced it on another podcast before. So if you don't know, they basically have a new single that's due out on the 25th of this month. And I think it's going to be probably the first and probably only single featuring Aya from Bish, right? It's going to be the only one with her on it.
Yep.
As long as the trade back goes as promised, it should be the only one with Aya on the actual track. But basically, the reason for me talking about this is because currently it's actually free on Ototoi. Now, I've posted in the Alternative Idol group and a few other places just to let everyone aware. So if you're not a Gang Parade fan but you want to see what they're currently offering, their new stuff, go to Ototoi now and you can actually grab the Beyond the Mountain single for free. So yeah, why not? It's got 2 tracks on there. I think it's Beyond the Mountain, and the other one is called, I think it's Pinnacle or Precipice or something like that. Is it Pinnacle? Right. I think it was something like that. Both really good. I'm sure they'll divide opinion on Gang Parade, but I'm actually really enjoying both of their songs, probably more than their last single, even I actually quite enjoyed that as well. So you can call me a Gang Parade convert, especially with this new stuff coming out. So either of you two actually listened to the single yet, apart from the first one?
Yep, I did.
Oh, you're going to listen to it now?
Yeah.
Awesome. What did you think?
Probably should have been the A-side.
Right, that's what I thought, right?
Opinion.
I thought it was actually really good.
They even say Beyond the Mountain in it a bunch.
Yeah, so I mean, it definitely feels like a lead-on from the first single. So I don't want to hype it up too much. I just want everyone to go to Ototoi, download it. It's a free download. Listen to some Gang Parade and see what they're currently doing for their new sound. Well, I say new. The second one's definitely a Gang Parade song. Like, as soon as that comes on, you're like, yes, this is Gang Parade. The first song on the A side is a bit more like, this is a bit more experimental from them, but definitely still them. And like I said, probably the first and probably only single from Gang Parade that's featuring Aya from Biss. So if you're a big Aya from Biss fan and you want to see, get involved with whatever she's doing, then go check this out. That's all I have on this anyway. So
I want to know why Biss is putting out 2 singles, right? With Saki.
Oh yeah, so they put out one
technically
because this other one's only the 500 yen coin or whatever it is. The one coin.
Don't steal my
topic.
A
1 coin.
Oh my bad.
Don't steal my topic.
I'll try not to.
Sorry, I didn't see it on the docket.
We'll move along. We'll move along anyway. Go check it out. The link's in the chat down there, and we'll probably put it we'll put it in the on demand. But
just a quick note before we move on.
Yeah, go for it.
Isn't actually the entire single.
Is it not?
The single comes in a Type A and a Type B.
Oh.
And each version has a different Gang Parade song that's been re-recorded with Aya's vocals. One of them has Queen of Pop, and the other one has Kira Kiralaki.
So if you're into the old Gang Parade stuff and you want to hear Aya singing it, then go and check that out. I wonder if they're going to do that on the Biss one. I doubt it, but...
Well, the Biss one has like 1 track.
Yeah, we talked about this like a month ago when it was first announced, didn't we? We talked about how they were doing one song.
We'll skip this.
With her re-recorded.
Otherwise, we're gonna end up killing ourselves, shooting ourselves.
I'm talking about Gang Parade.
Oh, the Gang Parade. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we talked about this like a month ago. when it first came out, how they were doing separate tracks like that.
Do you know, I completely forgot that they were doing extra tracks with the stuff. I was just so excited and so like, oh yeah, shit, let me grab those 3 Gang Parade songs. That I was too excited with the B-side, in all honesty, and I completely blanked out everything else, including the video for the Beyond the Mountain. I blanked that out of existence as well because that video is weird. Good song. It's a strange video. Do you know what? The other day I was like, Beyond the Mountain? I was like, if I watch this, and as soon as I put it on and I see the white background, I was like, oh, I remember what this is. I was like,
That was like last week.
I know. That video creeped me out, man. It gave me nightmares. I had to just erase it from my memory, otherwise I would have just kept seeing them all with the black face and the wings. It was very strange. But,
no, I liked it.
From one thing that's quite happy and free to something that's a little more downtrodden, but I'm sure it's not the end of the world. We can move on to our next segment with you, John, if you want.
Yeah, it's this one's not the end of the world. It seems that Emery is leaving Checkmate. She's missed 3 shows, the last 3 shows on the 15th, 16th, and 19th due to illness. And the official statement from Checkmate says that she's never actually been at 100% health since the beginning of the group.
Well, that sucks.
Why did they let her in then?
Questions.
I don't know. But and now the her birthday live that was supposed to be on the 2nd has been changed to a 4-man.
Oh, so she might not even be there.
Yeah, she might not even be at that one, and they have scheduled a special graduation live for the 18th.
Oh, that sucks. You know how Checkmate say that they've got the twin vocal thing and then the harsh vocals? Is she one of the twin vocals?
She is not.
She's not.
Nope.
So she's just one of the extras.
She's supposed to be like the leader, I guess,
oh, okay.
but she doesn't actually seem to do that much singing.
Like she doesn't do too much of the vocal heavy work.
No, you got the 2 twin vocals, and then you've got the death vocal
and Saya, whatever her name is.
Saya does
nothing.
Sing. She's gonna have to now.
Yeah,
it would seem.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sings in choruses, I guess. I don't know. I haven't actually,
That's pretty sad because Checkmate seem to have been doing really good recently. They've been making some moves, and I've seen a lot more people getting into them, especially in the Western side of things. Quite a few people, who have been going or in Japan right now that have already recently seen Checkmate, so they're probably, not too happy to know that she's probably going when they probably just watched an awesome show and then, want to follow Checkmate from now on.
Well, yeah, they'll be fine. I mean, they still got the 2 lead vocalists and what's her name? Hitomi.
Hitomi, the harsh one.
The harsh vocals. She's still in there. So Saya's just gonna have to pick up a little slack start singing. She's the little cutesy.
Oh, with the twin tails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless her. I'm sure she'll have to start picking up on the vocal duty then, and putting her work in.
She'll probably just do Emery's parts, I guess. I mean, not that there was that much.
Yeah, I think as long as the two main vocalists are there and Hitomi's not going anywhere anytime soon, then I think Checkmate will be fine, and I'm looking forward to some more material from them, because so far all their new material I keep hearing in live format and it sounds amazing. Now Checkmate, can I please have a studio release of this stuff?
Or a video or something. I mean, all they have is Destroy the Future.
I mean, that's still like pretty good.
That's the only song that they have that isn't live.
That's true. That was kind of their big breakout, first song though, so it did well for them.
Yeah, I don't even think they've had any venue-only CDs or anything
I really want to hear. I've seen. I want to hear Monster. Is it Monsters or Monster? They called it their new one.
I think it's just Monster.
That's the one that really features Hitomi quite heavily, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite a nice song. I would suggest people to go and check out Checkmate's Twitter and their YouTube, and you'll probably see some of their live performances on there. They also occasionally cover Beast and Beach songs, and some other songs as well. So you'll find some stuff that you recognize there as well.
Yeah, and if you're looking for any insight into if it's health related or not on her Twitter, don't waste your time because it's completely empty.
Her Twitter's gone, or is it just sitting there blank?
The Twitter account is there, but everything has been deleted.
Oh, well, that sucks. Never mind. Well,
yeah.
On from something that's mildly you know, sad to something that's super, super, super exciting, and everyone should be hyped because we finally got what we've wanted. Maybe not in the way that we wanted it, but we've got it. And what is that, Gary?
Well, so there's some news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con of all places. I mean, idle news from Comic-Con,
Strange,
not
right?
something that you really thought would be a thing. But anyway, so apparently Cartoon Network are working on a new show called Unikitty. I, I mean, I've never heard of this character before. I think it's from the Lego movie or something.
Yeah, I looked it up and I couldn't. I
It's
hadn't
like a
really seen it before.
it's like an 8-bit cat or something.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying not to like sound ignorant, but I'm not the target audience for
Yeah,
this
of course.
thing,
I don't think any of us
so.
obviously get into Cartoon Network stuff that often. So
But yeah, so they have a new show that's coming out pretty soon, I believe. They showed the pilot for it at San Diego Comic-Con on Thursday. So, and part of the pilot, the opening song is apparently by Baby Metal.
yeah,
And apparently it's a brand new song because it's been confirmed by a showrunner and a writer for the show. So
they've actually
that's
confirmed that it's a
interesting.
new song.
They have indeed,
That's pretty
because
crazy.
people ask them point blank, is it an old or a new song? And
I
they
can
say
imagine
it's a new
I
song.
can imagine the fandom actually like, you know, grasping at straws and really, really wanting to know what's going on here. Because I mean, as soon as I found out, I was like, wow, I'd really like to know.
But yeah, so there's not really much information. Like, there's people that have heard the song. So
Of course, yeah. Oh,
because they
when
played
they
it
did
to the panel.
Yeah, when they
so-
did the pilot, the premiere episode, like they played it, and obviously someone must have recognized it was Baby Metal for them to ask, if that makes sense.
I think they said in the panel that it was Baby Metal.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I think that a lot of the people that were working on this show were also supposed to be working on, because remember, like, what, 6-7 months ago there was talk of Baby Metal getting like a cartoon show,
I remember, yeah.
kind of like the Puffy show, I guess. That was kind of like what people were assuming. I think a lot of the people working on this Unikitty thing were supposed to also have been working on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were both under the Warner Brothers umbrella of company.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if this is kind of like they're testing it out, you know, put Baby Metal on another property first and then maybe see how it goes. I don't really know why they'd have to do that, but, you know, executives, all that nonsense.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some weird decisions in the background.
But yeah, so there isn't really much information. We don't have a title. No one has like a really dodgy cam rip because they probably didn't want to get kicked out of Comic-Con for filming at a panel that probably said you're not allowed to film.
Pretty much.
No idea if or when this is getting a actual release.
Or if it's actually going to be, you know, a single or, you know, an inkling to the fact that they are back in studio more permanently to do something else. This could just be something that, you remember a while ago they were mentioning, you know, before let the girls finish their schooling stuff or whatever, and then once they're all 18 and finish their schooling, they'll go back into the studio more heavily and then do stuff in 2018. Maybe this is the tide over. Maybe this is what they've realized that they need to do something because they're not going to be touring now for a while. So they're like, maybe we'll do this Unikitty song. I mean, to be honest, I don't care if it's for an anime, if it's for an advert. It could be for dog food for all I care. As long as it's a new song and it's good, I'm happy. And that's fine.
It's definitely going to be interesting to hear what this song sounds like.
Do you think it could be tinged by what it's for?
I mean, it's for a kids show. I mean, it's supposed to be a kids show, but obviously
tweets that I've read on the Reddit, big up Baby Metal Reddit for giving me the info again as usual. Apparently there's a prolonged deaf vocal sequence in the song. So like, yeah, I was quite surprised to read that. And
That's
it was from someone who was there, and someone was like, no, this can't be true. And then they were like, no, that is true. Like, we were there.
Well, you know, being an American, and this is an American show,
Mm.
a lot of the cartoons look like kids' cartoons, but they're geared more to everyone.
Oh yeah. That's true.
You know.
That's true. I mean, I'm assuming Unikitty is going to be on Cartoon Network, so it's going to be kind of childish. But what I'm thinking with, like with anime songs, a lot of the anime songs can be really, the part for the anime is kind of at the beginning of the song. You get what I mean? Like the minute and a half intro or whatever. Obviously, if this prolonged death vocal bit part is like, 3/4 in or whatever, then it's never going to actually be seen on the actual, the cartoon.
So you're saying they played the whole song?
Pretty much. Well, or that's the problem. Either that or it was at the end. I don't know. But people said that there is a segment in it where there's death vocals.
I would have assumed you'd have heard the part of the song that was used for the opening.
You'd think, unless they did like a prolonged thing because it was a pilot.
Possibly. I mean, we're kind of clutching at straws on this one because
of course.
There's like, I mean, technically it's not even officially announced,
Yeah,
like,
so
it's not like no one's actually heavily promoting this. It's just people ask questions.
Nothing from Baby Metal, nothing from Amuse, nothing from Warner.
Well, one has to wonder if is it even going to be on an official Baby Metal release,
I mean,
is it just for the cartoon?
Surely they would release it.
It will most likely at the very least be some kind of bonus track on maybe an album or something.
Or a single on something. Yeah, surely.
Well, it could be. I mean, they could be contracted under Warner Brothers to make this one song, and it has, they're not under them. They're just working for Warner Brothers.
Here's an interesting question. Who currently has the rights to distribute Baby Metal's music in North America?
Boy, you've lost me on that one.
Warner Brothers.
Is it Warner Brothers?
I think so.
Well, there you go. That's probably why this happened, right? Didn't they switch from like Sony or something?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I think they did.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll probably get ripped to pieces if we're wrong.
As long as they don't get signed by Disney, we're okay, I think.
What do you mean? Disney's been doing wonderful things with the Marvel Universe.
and Star Wars.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, so this will be interesting.
Are they still under Sony? Lou in chat saying Sony.
I thought he was going to say Lou in Hampshire. I was like, I think that's his name. He's not in Hampshire.
No, are they? They could still be Sony.
It could be still Sony. It's weird that they're working with Warner then.
That's interesting.
Well then I would think if they're still being distributed by Sony, I would think that the Warner Brothers just paid, like a licensing fee or a contractual type thing to get them to do a song.
It doesn't really matter.
As long as it's Baby Metal will probably own it for something.
Yeah, see, Sony was their distributor, but they're supposedly looking for someone new.
Yeah.
And guess who happens to have a music division?
Well,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So maybe this is the start of a beautiful new relationship.
Well, apparently, not that long ago, Amuse and someone else had like a big meeting in America with some, people, and they were showing off acts, from Amuse or whatever that could be used. So that happened a while ago. I'm sure someone in chat will probably know more about that than I do, because I only remember a fleeting glance at that. But apparently a while ago they were over there and they were doing like a showcase for investors and companies and that sort of stuff of the groups that they have. So that could be what led to this, in all honesty. It's entirely possible. But either way, new Baby Metal song, guys. You got what you wanted, finally. It might not be in the way that you expected, but you've got new Baby Metal, so all aboard the Baby Metal hype train. Everyone can stop killing each other, and we can go back to talking about stuff that's actually, exciting. So good times all around.
Yep, and one might even assume that maybe they shelved the actual Baby Metal cartoon, because we haven't ever since the announcement has there been anything?
Was there even a proper announcement, or was it actually from the Baby Metal account that came out, the anime one? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
I'm not 100%. I'm not even 100%. Think I saw it on like Anime News Network and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it definitely got out there, so it was probably in the works or planned or something, but it doesn't look like it really went anywhere in the end. Either that or it's still coming, and maybe this is them just testing the works with this, maybe. Who knows?
Yep. Well, I guess only the future will tell us.
Yeah. So that's the good news.
So yeah, this cartoon apparently is going to be on TV before the end of the year, so
we'll probably get to hear it at some point.
we'll hear it in the next couple of months, unless, you know, they actually start to promote it as a proper single or something.
Jake's got a good question. He said, will the song be in English or Japanese, though?
That was a good question.
No idea yet. But
Yeah.
we know they're capable of English, and we know that, you know what I mean? I mean, if we can sing Japanese songs dodgily, then I'm sure they can sing in English, considering they've been practicing a lot more than we have.
Yeah, well, for the amount of people that were at this panel, I'm sure this is the first time I've heard about the death vocal part, so that's the only inkling I have to what this song even sounds like.
That was me scrolling through the near 300 comments on the thread from the Reddit about this song. I believe reading something or a few things on there about that. So yeah, that thread blew up. Definitely.
Yeah, nobody's really been saying, what the song sounds like.
Yep. Nothing yet, anyway.
So.
But,
Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. And from that, we can move on to our next one, which is me. And it's someone we actually spoke about, I think, last week, was it? I think they were only literally announced last week, wasn't it? So yeah, so we've got Terra Architect, or as their full name, I can't be bothered. But yeah, Terra Architect.
Ghost Terra Architect.
That's the one. The new Kodomo hotness, as you would. Obviously,
Allegedly.
we introduced them as a duo, so on and so forth. But they actually put out a tweet yesterday that they're actually auditioning for more members, which is quite interesting. Apparently, the deadline for the audition period is going to be August 13th. And the final selection will be in August 31st. So it's not even that far away. So it could be, August, September time when, we actually see a full Terra Architect lineup with more of them. A bit like how Surazure started off with 3 and they kept losing 1. And then eventually they ended up going to 4. Yeah, that happened. So that'll be interesting. Also, I'm not sure if the stream's working because I've got a spinning circle. So if everyone in the chat could just let me know that the stream's still working and not broken,
for me.
That's fine. I don't need to panic then. So apparently the only things they're really looking for is that from the ages between of 17 and 24, and you need to be healthy physically and mentally, obviously, so you don't leave for health issues like a month in. But apparently no experience is needed. As with a lot of Kodomo mental groups, I don't think you need any experience. You just along for the ride, man. And
if Togaran can go from Zenkimi mega fan to Zenkimi member, then
pretty much
possible.
She literally just went to see Mashiro, and now she's on stage with Mashiro. So that really worked out for her.
Trying to become Mashiro.
She tried. Yeah, she's getting on with her own things now. As long as everyone else says we're good, that's fine. So yeah, we just thought we'd let you know that there are other things in the works with Kodomo and Terra Architect. Even though they were looking like a duo, we could potentially see them becoming more of a Surizure / Zenkimi entity with like say 5 or 6 members. So we don't know.
I've got a hot take.
What's the hot take on this one?
So obviously this probably means we're not going to hear any songs for a while.
Well, I mean, we could still hear a song.
Yeah, but if they're going to add more people, then it's
that's true.
Well, what were they singing? What were they singing at the showcase? Were they doing covers?
No, I mean it's probably a demo of a song that they have.
Yeah,
I think it was a one song and an MC. Apparently,
they
had someone there, but they didn't let us know, so we don't know.
It was only 10 minutes, wasn't it?
The show. Yeah, they opened the show, so.
Yeah.
Well, I sent you that quote, right? I mean, what did they say? They were trying to be a genre-less group with a digital feel or digital lineage.
Basically, they're going to get all the scraps from the other groups.
Oh, bless. I hope they don't. I mean, their producers are already being killed.
That's what it sounds like.
Kodomo is already getting, absolutely, run ragged with, the whole Zenkimi album and the Surazuri single and all that sort of stuff. But from some people said that they sounded like chiptune music, which I'm perfectly good with, being quite a big fan of chiptune. So
It's gonna be Kodomo Mental does Cyber.
no, maybe, but I mean, Cyber's not really chiptune-ish. If it's more like 8-bit
I'm
stuff.
I'm like looking at the aesthetic.
Well, they're super pastel.
Oh
so
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah. That's
Rina
true.
Hamu to the
The
max.
Yumi Kawaii stuff. It's true. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's another one where we're just gonna have to keep an eye out and see what's going on with them, and hope that they live up to the hype. But then again, it's Kodomo, and they don't usually let us down too badly. So we
Not
should be pretty
usually,
good.
no.
No, they have their off single, or their off song occasionally, but they put out so much work. Like their work rate is so fast and so high that you're gonna have a dog turd in with the diamonds occasionally, unfortunately. So, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Are they gonna get a growler in there somehow? I mean,
Oh, let's hope they don't. Let's hope that this is like completely away from Surazuri, away from Zenkimi. Let's have Zenkimi be the Dempa dabblers, who have occasionally a bit of heavy stuff. Surazuri can keep going with their edge core, and then Terra Architect, who actually have the scariest name out of all of them, can be the lightest group out of all of the Kodomo mental groups, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't know about you guys.
I love paradigms.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd like. That's perfect for me.
I still can't believe you said growler.
Hey,
That's funny to me.
what do you want from me?
I'm sorry. But yeah. Should we move on to the next section?
Yeah, we can move on.
It's nothing too crazy.
No, this one's pretty light. Ricky tweeted out a couple yesterday that he was talking about the Dawn Slayer single that's coming out. I don't remember the exact date because I'm
From
horrible with details.
Necronomidal.
Yes, from Necronominal. Sorry, but he was just given clues to the themes of the songs.
Okay.
Now, I thought that these were titles, but he clarified that we kind of had a little bit of a back and forth there, and he said because he tweeted it in Japanese, and I was like, well, this is translating all weird and wonky, as it always does, and I was like, can we get it in English? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he put it all in English, and I was like, oh, these are song titles because we got one. It says Universal Legendary Battle. That sounds like
it's
something.
a terrible song title, but yeah, possibly.
Yeah, but it might sound cool in Japanese.
That's true.
Because they were all in Japanese.
That's true.
But so he gave us themes for all 5 tracks that are going to be on the release. So there's a song about a Universal Legendary Battle. Apparently, I'm guessing that might be Dawn Slayer.
Yeah.
I don't know the content of that song.
Dawn Slayer's
It's gonna be
got a lot of double kicks and like fake machine gunning, so maybe potentially, who knows?
Or it
I don't
could
know.
be some kind of crazy Dragon Force style song.
It could
Yeah.
be, potentially.
And then there's one called Worlds End Yuri. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean.
Yuri's normally like girls' love. So
Okay.
I don't know what
Or
like
Lilies.
girls' love at the end of the world.
Yeah, and then Black Magic Eros, and I think Eros is what is that, a Greek or Roman god of lust?
Greek,
Yeah,
I
something like that. Yeah.
believe.
And then Melancholy and Dreamlands is the theme of the song, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming that has to do with some Lovecraftian Dreamland stuff because he wrote a lot of Dreamland type stories. So that may
This
have
last
something to do with
one,
that.
For
And
the
then
horror
this
revolution.
Body Horror Revolution.
So the
I'm
song's
very
the song's
interested.
going to be called The Fly or something like that.
Yeah,
should
I
be
don't know,
quite
but it's it sounds like it's gonna be something like the new Fly with Jeff Goldblum where he's getting all gross, or
Yeah.
The Thing.
Something. I mean, their
John
songs
Carpenter's
always
The Thing.
have strange meanings and strange stuff, which is why I love it. So we'll have to. But I mean, the interesting thing is what he said after that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so they've had Dawn Slayer.
Hmm.
They've played that live. Apparently, they've played one of the other songs live as well, and 3 of them they haven't debuted yet.
That's why I don't understand. So they were marketing Dawn Slayer as a single, right? They were literally saying new single
Were they?
coming. Yeah, I've literally got.
Yeah, they
I've
didn't
got a
say
thing.
single.
I've got a card that literally says new single Dawn Slayer coming. So I have a feeling this is going to be an EP and not
card subject to change.
Yeah, pretty much, right? How many songs were on From Chaos Born? 5?
Yeah, was it 5 or is it
I've got it right
5 or
here.
6?
Psychopop.
Yes,
blah,
chat,
blah,
we
blah,
know
blah, blah.
what arrow means.
Yeah, 6. So there was 6, right? So apparently there were 6 on From Chaos Born, but it's entirely possible that this could be an EP with 5 songs, right? Or maybe these themes are intertwined. Maybe they are, maybe they feature on certain songs and it's just an overall theming. But he said 3 of these songs haven't debuted yet. But then I've seen Dawn Slayer in person, so that I've definitely seen that. And if they're saying that they did play one of their other songs at the One Man, I think, when they came back, or one of the others.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, when they came back, they played another new song, because there was no footage allowed for that one. So yeah, so that means, and if he's saying there's 3 more songs, then maybe we're talking 5 songs, unless Necro are gonna do, boom, you get 3 songs. Or you get 2 songs and there's 3 different versions and you get a 3rd song on each version. It's entirely possible.
Okay, here's what his tweet says about that part. When I was, he just wanted to clarify. He says those are not track names, just themes for the songs. So I'm assuming that each one is a separate song because they were all bullet pointed.
Yeah. Well, that's another one where we're not quite sure. But we'll find out, and if there's more than 3 songs, I'm going to be immensely happy, and if there's only 3 songs, then I'm still going to be immensely happy, because that's 3 new Necro songs, and a single coming out actually quite soon, isn't it? August...
A month from now, yeah.
Was it August 30th, or August 9th?
Yep,
I think it's 30th,
end of August.
Yeah,
yep.
End of August, yeah. So good times, look out for that, and I'm sure before then we'll probably get an MV, and probably some more previews and stuff.
And he said the jacket should be pretty awesome.
So we're thinking that Shintaro Kago, I'm sure that's his name, Shintaro Kago? The guy who did all the other t-shirts and stuff, are we thinking he might be back for art again?
Maybe. He could be.
Did
or
you...
maybe the guy that did the new one, it might be more of a cartoony horror theme still. I don't know.
Do you know what we didn't ask?
Never know.
Do you know what we didn't ask? We didn't ask if it's going to be back in Digipack format. We're missing the important stuff, John.
Anyway.
We need to know.
You want me to send him
If you
fire
could,
off a note right now?
I'd rather know if it's that or in a plastic case. I hope it's in Digipack, please. Digipack's
well,
amazing.
I think he got all the complaints. I think they might go back.
Oh, let's see. Sorry, Gary. What was you saying?
No, just your obsession with Digipacks is incredibly amusing.
Well, he doesn't like his stuff all scratchy.
Because all the rest of their stuff's all Digipack, and the artwork's amazing, and it looks mega cool when you get it out. And then you get out Deathless, and then it's not as cool. It doesn't look as cool in the packaging. Like every other CD I have on the shelf from Necro looks amazing.
You can't play the packaging, bro.
No, but
hey,
we know
if
how
the packaging
important
wasn't cool, then I wouldn't buy physicals. So
yeah, the packaging is totally important, Gary. As you know, you and I are both waiting for that green and red swirled Deathless LP.
I mean, it doesn't have to be green and red. I just want it on vinyl.
That's gonna.
It could be in a white sleeve for all I care.
In a white sleeve, but yeah.
White.
We've gone
White.
through all the exciting stuff, and now we can get to the truly disappointing stuff. Do you want to take us away with this one, Gary?
I just want to point out to the people listening at home that I had this next one foisted upon me because these other 2 were too afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, man, I didn't. There's a lot of people that are upset at the moment, and I don't want to be the one to say something that might come across cold or opinionated.
Anyway, it's
while
popped up on
F1's
the
still
screen
raw,
now.
so I don't want to be like that.
So, Guso Drop made an announcement yesterday.
Yeah, I think it
Yes,
was
yesterday. So, Friday, if you're watching live or if you're watching the VOD. Kind of out of left field. I don't think anyone really expected this, but they're like, we're disbanded.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, right.
So basically, they're disbanding in August.
Yeah.
But they're doing a graduation live in October. Which is slightly odd, but okay.
So the Zep Tokyo thing is tomorrow, right?
Today, right?
Today,
Isn't
yeah, it'll
it?
be today now. Yeah,
Technically in
yeah.
Japan.
Me and my messed up one day ahead thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
we know about that.
Yeah. So it obviously raises the question: is it a publicity stunt? Because it's part of the game, right?
It could be. I mean, they need
Yeah.
to sell those tickets for Zep because they haven't.
Zep's a pretty big venue. I can't imagine that it's cheap to rent it.
No.
I mean, if they don't sell a lot of tickets, maybe.
They're gonna not make any money back and possibly kind of be in a deficit after this.
Yeah, so I mean, there's been crazier publicity stunts, but at the same time, it's like kind of like the boy who cried wolf. If you do something like that, people can maybe not take it the right way.
They're assuming that enough people are gonna go to the Zep Tokyo show that they're not doing 2-shot checkies for the Zep Tokyo show, so they're only doing group checkies. That's confirmed. They put that out earlier.
That is interesting.
Yeah, they're only doing group shots. Yeah, and you can buy random checkies. The usual
I do
thing.
kind of want the T-shirt. I'm not gonna lie, but we're kind of we're getting away from the main point that we're supposed to be talking about here.
Of course.
Yeah, man, it's like there's a lot of sad people on the internet right now.
Yeah, I mean, like Guso Drop was probably quite a big window for a lot of people, especially the fans who are into the more heavier side of musical tastes before getting into idol and alternative idol. So for them, this is probably one of the groups that kind of urged
gateway
them to,
group, right?
Quite a big gateway group, especially for people into heavier stuff. And I mean, like Guso Drop have a crazy fan base. Let's be honest, like dedicated. They're not a huge fan base, and that could be the issue, is that they're not huge, but I mean they are dedicated.
Yeah, I mean, they filled up Shinjuku Blaze that one time.
Yeah. But I mean that was like heyday Guso. Well, to me it was heyday Guso, and that was when they still had Saki and Shion, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
I think so. Yeah, it was quite.
How big is Blaze? 700, 800?
800.
800, yeah. I think
So,
800 would have been good for them. I think
Zep Tokyo is over 3 times the size.
Yeah,
Assuming they're
2,300.
Assuming they're running it at full capacity, it's 2,700.
2,700, nearly 3,000 people.
I believe that Zep can be set up for smaller shows though.
Well, you'd still have to pay for the whole venue though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably don't like it. In my head, there'd be a flat fee, but I'm sure there's like some kind of
Make a deal in it and get some cheaper stuff.
Like if they don't have to like open up as much of the building or whatever.
Oh, right, I get what you
mean. Maybe
it
costs less. I don't know.
Do we want to go into numbers?
No,
I got numbers.
Nah,
I think we'll be alright.
The people they probably don't care.
But all we're really gonna say is that to host an event in Zep Tokyo and any of the larger concert halls is an expensive venture. Put it that way.
Like,
and is it a venture that Guso could afford?
I'll put it this way: if they manage to get as many people as they got for the Shinjuku Blaze show,
they'll be okay, right?
Then it should be okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's obviously not okay.
Because
they wouldn't be breaking up, right?
They wouldn't be breaking up, and that
unless there's like other stuff going on.
I mean, they're entirely.
It's not for us to speculate on that. Obviously.
No.
Yeah, just sucks, man. There's a lot of people like on Facebook and stuff that they really like Guso. So
I mean, like I've never been like super heavy into Guso. I've got a lot of their releases and I listen to them. I mean, I've been one to be critical of them before. When Saki left and just in the way that they do their shows and that sort of stuff. Like nothing against the fans at all. Myself, I've been critical in the past, but I still enjoy their music, and I still 100% would have gone to a show for them, like in November.
Their shows are definitely fun.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was there was like 30 people, so it's like it's hard.
To rope in 100
it's
times.
hard to sustain a group when a lot of their shows they're getting like tens of people. You know?
Well, you know, that could be the problem. You know,
You think maybe they perform too often?
their loyal fan base is becoming lax because they have so many shows. You know.
But Screaming Sixties do a show every day practically.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how long is a Monday show? An hour and a half?
Nah, surely not. Is that long?
Aren't
Yeah,
they
it's not
Guso
that
shows?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and I mean,
They're cheap as well, though.
yeah. Well, isn't that
think I
Daichi's
was,
club?
Yeah, I think I was like 1,000 yen.
Is that it? Wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
it was really cheap.
somebody told me that that's Daichi's club, so they don't have to rent it.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely an affiliation there. So.
Yeah, someone who Daichi works with, or someone who the Guso Drop camp works with, obviously works within that venue, and obviously sorts them out essentially, which means that's why it's their unofficial / official home of Guso Drop. Yeah, that's true. Kilgore also said that the Screaming Sixties only have to worry about 2 girls as well to pay, whereas Guso
Unless
Drop,
they have to also pay a
the
band.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
but that's the part of them. 6% is mine, and 60s all go together. They're 6% is mine. Created the Screaming 60s.
Let's just say that it's a sad state of affairs for all Idol when someone who's been such a big name and a name that a lot of people show people to say, hey, this is alternative Idol, or this is blah blah blah, or look how good this is. You know what I mean? Like they've been there for a while now, and Guso Drop have been going for how long? 2-3 years?
Quite a while.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah.
So they've lasted longer than you'd probably expect for most kind of groups anyway. So
It's like a lot of people also need to realize that the industry by its nature is a constant churn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, there's some groups that last for like 6, 7, 8, 9 years, you know?
You just have to thank yourself lucky that that's a group
But
that
like
you're into. Really.
not every group can be a Negiko or AKB or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, how often are we talking about people leaving groups and groups disbanding or new groups coming around? It's like every week.
Yeah, it's a constant cycle. Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast, you know? So it's like, enjoy it while it lasts.
All we can do now is we can speculate on how many of them will be picked up by Cyber once they disband. I would assume that Rin would get picked up pretty quickly, but I don't know if she'd be any good for the kawaii Cyber voice. So we'll have to find out.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a thing. It's like, there's 6 of them, so, there's... You guys might have like 6 new things to follow.
It's entirely possible,
at it that way, you know?
Like, if they're popular enough and they have enough of a following, like, other people will want to snap them up for other groups. Unless they don't want to do Idol
what is
anymore.
What was that, Himi Goto Zataichi?
Yeah.
They might pick up 1 or 2.
I hope they don't. I just hope they don't, because I can't see any of the Guso girls, apart from maybe Yura, fitting in with that group.
Oh, I think she's just going to go do radio.
Yura?
Yeah.
She could do, yeah. That'd probably be pretty good.
She's already got a show.
Ray could probably just go join a random punk band. It's probably what she wants to do in the first place.
Waka can just go back to modeling.
Well,
right?
Yeah, Waka can go back to modeling.
Like
Rin's still
stopped,
super young. She can just go do what she wants. Like, in all honesty, she could probably go back and just join another group. Miyako could probably just go and join another group. Try and join a group where she's not going to lose teeth. You know what I mean?
Anna could go hang out with Saki and make double and a duo again.
That could happen. I mean, I'm not going to talk about any of Saki's decisions recently because I went into those before, and I'm not going to go into them again. But needless to say, it's a sad time for everyone in the A minor camp at the moment.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got another one that might be sad for some people.
Is it really sad though?
Or is it forthcoming?
I think
this is a mercy killing. At this
I
point.
think what this is the horse has got a broken leg and we're just gonna shoot it. So,
let's have
Deep Girl finally disbanding. So, they're having their final live in September. they just announced, I guess I should say, Deep Girl just announced the other day that they were disbanding.
Yeah.
Final Live is in September. Rico and Cannon both want to continue doing Idol stuff, so they're going to be out there looking.
So one of them will get picked up by Cyber. Is that what we're saying?
It's a possibility, I'm sure.
Unless there's still heat with Mashiro.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe. Yes.
I think it was all amicable.
By the way.
Speculation.
Hey, maybe one will go to Candy Syrup. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Non left them as well, so we don't know how happy they was about Non just upping and leaving either. So we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know how everything was getting down in the Deep Girl camp. Apart from that, Non and Mashiro are still best of buds as usual.
I'm pretty as a aside, I think Candy Syrup tweeted something about a music video the other day, so maybe that'll be
coming soon. Do we think that's going to be shot in their in the salon? Probably.
Oh, probably. But yeah, there's not much to this, really.
I mean,
the standard thanks for supporting us.
A lot of people kind of probably thought that this was a long time coming anyway, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I posted this in a couple of groups on Facebook, people were like, I thought they already disbanded.
I mean, how long ago was it that we originally mentioned, that Mashiro was leaving, and everyone was like, well, that's Deep Girl dead. And then obviously, she left, and then Deep Girl carried on, and we're like, oh, maybe they'll be okay. I mean, Mashiro wasn't really holding, too much of a vocal duty, let's be honest. She was just the popular member. So if
must be pretty close to a year, right?
Yeah, it must be by now. She's been in Cyber for a while.
And is it not like a year in November or something?
Could be. I'm really bad with dates. You guys know
I seem to remember BPM Best Of album coming out when I was in Japan last November.
Oh yeah, just before, when they had the thing where Mashiro was in the mask and all out on stage with them. Yeah, I remember. And then obviously you had Non-leave, and then you had Non-leave obviously after Mashiro, and they were like, oh, Non's gone now as well. Obviously thinking like Mashiro's gone, screw this, I'm off as well. Actually, Mashiro's like her best friend or whatever. And then it was just the two of them. And
yeah, but they've been running around doing shows.
Yeah, they've been doing stuff. Yeah, they have been doing stuff, which I'm quite surprised.
I was pretty much right. Cyber was December. See,
so
maybe my memory isn't that bad after all.
Well, it's much better than mine. But yeah, they've been doing things solo. I think at one point was it Cannon decided she picked up harsh vocals for a bit to try and balance things out so they could perform the old material, more in its entirety. Rika Pin, obviously, she's probably one of the better vocalists, probably the best vocalist in Deep Girl that there was. So
yeah, out of you mean like out of the original? What was it?
Oh yeah,
was
all
it
of them.
Originally 8 or was it 7?
Apart from Alexis isn't here, so maybe I can say that because otherwise he'd be jumping into the film.
Oh, who is that? Yufu?
Yeah, Yu.
Or Yu? Yu?
But he's not. If he is here, he'll be defending her to the grave. So we'll move along from that bit, which would be quite funny. But that's pretty much it for the news. But we have also got stuff that's also come out that's news that it's actually releases.
We do have some releases.
So we think we'll mention some of the release announcements that also happened this week because we've got a fair bit.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start this.
Oh yeah,
you want me to start this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So Lady Baby, well, the idol formerly known as Lady Baby,
indeed,
got a new single coming out September 23rd. I don't think it has a title yet, or is it? Well, they had a preview of
it's
a release.
Me, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, it still says that's the name of the first song, but they didn't say whether or not that was the A song. That was the thing. That was what was.
Yeah,
weird.
that's just the song they released, but I think they usually release the A side or the lead as the lead sample track.
Well, let's hope so.
But they played it on their Line Live, or Live Line, on the 18th. So, what, like 4 days ago?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. No.
And it's the Lady Baby that I want to hear, really, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah. Well, so for a lot of people, if you go and listen to it, we've actually got the Live Land link there. If someone wants to drop it, that's the broadcast where they actually demoed the song. That it's called "Me Me Me" with some exclamation marks, and it's much more sort of punky, poppy type stuff. So if you were hoping for, you know, old school Lady Baby, lots of metal, any sort of male vocals, then you're going to be sorely disappointed on this one. It's more kind of taking in the vein of what they were doing with the Lady Baby Blue song, but more just a bit more upbeat, I would say. I would say it is very poppy, but it does show off the girls' voices quite well. So I would say maybe, I wouldn't say it's the strongest thing in the world, but it's also not a bad thing for the direction that they're going in. I think it's okay.
It's a little bit bland, let's be honest.
I mean, but then again,
well.
a lot of people thought that Lady Baby Blue was quite bland as well, but I quite enjoyed that one. I don't know, that was quite a jam. I think this one, I don't know. Some people did want the male vocals, but I think I'm fine.
I'm not
I can
saying
live
I
without
wanted
them.
the male vocals.
No, sorry, I was reading Jake in the chat. Sorry.
No, I know. I just wanted to get that across. I don't think it's bland because there's no male death growling.
We're all fine without that. Yeah, pretty much.
I just they could have maybe just done something to kind of spark my interest a bit more.
Yeah,
it's a fine song. I'm not hating on the song. It's just
it's just not. It hasn't immediately grabbed you. It's just okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's not bad.
I listen to a lot of music, so it kind of
needs
something.
It needs to get you. Yeah.
I can definitely hear this one playing on mainstream radio.
Yeah. This could get radio play, but then I think that's the way that they're going. I think they're trying to become more of a model fashion music type duo that's quite well known. I mean, as a whole.
Well, speaking of that, the day after their live line, they put out a tweet showing their new costumes, which you can see in the visual here.
Which apparently are like military themed. Apparently, well, that's from what I read anyway.
Yeah, they look like it. They're designed by I think the usual guy that designs for them, Hideki Higashi.
Yeah.
And he did these.
So he's a designer for a brand that Ray has modeled for quite a few times, which is do you want to say it or you want me to? Are you good?
Oh, Ruru Yume Usagi.
Yeah, so it's like a dream rabbit or something like that. And one of Ray's friends, what's her name, Usagi Kanai or whatever her name is, she's another model, and they're all on this rabbit brand or label type thing. And yeah, there's quite a few designers, and they're kind of the people that were involved with the heavy shabby girl thing that Ray was doing. And yeah, that's kind of like the costumes. Definitely, as soon as you see them, you think, oh, that's like, it's definitely standard Ray. And Ray, like, you could tell the costumes were made for them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I have to question the suitability of these outfits in a military environment.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure these are combat ready. But then again, in MMOs, normally the more skimpy, the higher the stats. So, they're probably fairly highly stats on these ones. There's me showing off my nerdiness.
On a side note, Ray also has a photo book coming out.
That's a good point as well, yeah. Which is called what? Zero Ray or
Ray
Zero, something like that. Zero Ray, yeah. Which looks like it's going to be done by 3 different photographers. I think it's 3 different. That is
what the press release said.
Yeah, so 3 different photographers. And so far it's looking much more fashiony and subculture-y, which is what I was really hoping for from her. I was hoping it was going to feature as little skimpy stuff as possible.
I mean, if you want to see that stuff, it's really easy to find.
Yeah, just go get Mishiro's photo book and you'll be fine. Because apparently that's got lots of it. So yeah.
Mishiro cut her hair, by the way.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
But we're not going to talk.
We're not going to talk about that because that's going to upset some other people. But yeah, Mishiro cut her hair, not super short, but short enough. But we'll move on to our next release anyway.
So we've talked about this one quite a bit on previous podcasts, but the Biss single that's coming out on the 16th of August, the one that costs 500 yen and probably only has one song on it.
Yeah.
It's called I Can't Say No, in case anyone wasn't already aware, and they've just recently put out the kind of promo pictures for it, and it's all looking very Victorian, kind of
peasant-ish.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of peasant-ish. Someone said...
You know, I described it more as a late Middle Ages.
Yeah, like Middle Ages, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Not quite floofy enough to be Victorian, I think.
Yeah. Not enough neck. Needs more neck. And then it
needs more neck but longer dresses.
Yeah. But yeah, they released a ton of pics for it, and some of it was quite interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is an indicator as to what the song's gonna sound like. Kind of hope not, because I don't really want to hear another Giant Killers, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Not another Giant Killers, not a Socialism 2.0. Let's just let this carry on the way they are and keep bringing out stuff that they think suits them. That's fine. They don't have to, fall into any brackets in this. As long as the song's good, I'm happy. That, and it will be the second single with Saki, wouldn't it? So.
Yep, the second one, which
and potentially the last. I
thought was odd.
And potentially the last.
Well, it is coming right at
maybe this was, they just had it in the works and they were like, it's still there. We might as well do it.
Well, I'm sure it was a master plan that,
of course,
he had all along.
I'm sure.
I'll just point out that Momo in this group picture kind of looks like Ghost from a horror movie or something.
Oh yeah, someone said
that. Like the little girl shows up and it's like, hi, and then your face is getting like ripped off or something.
Yeah. Have you seen the
what, her emoting? What is that about?
Yeah, she has emotions now. She's fully upgraded. She's evolved.
It is.
She's got smiles. She's got frowns. She's got everything. So it seems like Saki's doing a good job on bringing her out of her shell and showing us all the true Momo land.
That one that she.
What
was
Momo
that?
Land, yes, the one.
Yesterday she had that one. She was she had the little strawberry tint and stuff, and then she was straight up mean mugging in that last one.
Yeah, that one was pretty funny. Fetus is developing, lol.
Damn it, she's dragging me in. She's dragging me in.
Have you guys seen the extra photos that they did, which is them with LSN? So Biss are obviously doing their gig with LSN, and it's basically the same sort of outfits as they're wearing here, but then they've got the contact lenses in, they've got the face paint, they've got, the even more creepy version, which I thought was actually quite cool. The kind of visual K aspect then put further onto what they look like. Which look cool.
I really like it when they do those. When Bish does those shows, I like that. I think they're great.
Have you seen Momo with makeup on? It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Well, yeah, they're all actually slightly terrifying.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, Perry Ubu's got the light blue contact lenses in. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And no one's mentioned Kika has nicked her face paint. From one of the characters from, is it Hunter x Hunter? I think someone was posting pictures or was it from something else? Someone in chat will know. But
someone mentioned Hunter x Hunter in the chat.
Oh yeah, the one guy from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, that's the one. She's got the makeup from the clown guy, who's not really strong or whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, the Harlequin guy.
Yeah. She's got the diamond and the tear or whatever it is on the face. Yeah, it's been mentioned. But yeah, that was pretty interesting as well. But anyway, before we just throw it out there, the pics are there. Go check it out. When is this single coming out again? Or have I completely forgot?
The 16th of August.
Oh, okay, so we still got a while, but not too long. So.
And this is the one coin? Is this the one? No.
This is the one coin.
This is the 500 yen one. You can get it on CD Japan. I think Amazon Japan has a listing, but it says currently unavailable.
That's gonna be funny. It's
probably
it's gonna cost me more in shipping than it will for the single. Yeah, if it comes out in Ototo, it'll be good. So we'll move on to our next release anyway, which I believe is Me. And it's something I've been waiting for a while since I heard a little preview, and that was Yanakoto Sotomute's third EP. So they had their first two EPs, the 8 cm and the Seal EP, which they released before they brought out Bubble, which was their first full-length album, which actually did really well for them and got a Tower Record release, and I believe ended up everywhere else as well, which is pretty good. And they recently had their, was it their anniversary thing? They had an anniversary live, the YSM1 thing, I think that they started doing. And now they're wearing new outfits. And so now they've announced this third EP entitled Stamp. I'm not quite sure what the name's about. But in the pictures you can see they've got the old outfits, you know, kind of obliterating, you know, into the background. It's quite a washed out album cover for them. It's quite surprising, but I suppose they're trying to keep that kind of feel that they had with the other albums as well. The EP is apparently for early release, so you can get it early if you pre-order it, or get it early on the 26th of July if you get it on iTunes, or they mentioned some other streaming services, but I'm not quite sure what ones. They may be Japan-based streaming services, so I'm not quite sure on that one. But the actual physical release in the CD that I'm sure a lot of us will be picking up is actually due on the 16th of August. So it looks like August is going to be a packed month for us boys. So we got Necro, we got Biss, we got Yanakoto. We've probably got loads of other stuff as well that's just skipped my mind. So August is looking pretty good for releases right now, especially with Yanamute having something out. Currently, the track list stands as they've got a song called Any. They've got No Regret. The third song is
Did
Away.
you mention that PassCode and Series Zero are also in August?
I skipped my mind, but yeah, that's what I said. We got a good month. We got a good month in
Billy
August.
Idol.
Oh god, it's going to be a huge month then. And the fourth song that they have, which is called Tenkiame to Sekai no Paredo, which I think means Weather, Rain and World Parade or something like that. That was the rough translation I got. So far I think we've heard 2 of the songs which they have in which they've had on like live footage and that sort of stuff, and their little preview thing, which is sounding really good. Also, just as a bonus, it seems if you do pre-order on iTunes, you actually get an extra 4 extra bonus songs, which are actually just live versions of songs. So I don't know if they're kind of like live studio versions, or whether they're live from, you know, one of their YSM1 concerts. So, you know, one of the bigger ones where maybe they could have had like a proper recording or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
It'll just be recorded off the soundboard, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But they are Morning, Sputnik Note, and Lily and Am I, which are all from the Bubble album, which would be good. There's currently a YouTube video which is currently saying about the Stamp EP. I'm not quite sure if it's got any music in the background.
It has some music, but it's not really.
You can't hear
anything.
too much. Yeah.
No. It's just an instrumental.
I believe it's in the what's
pretty
it
good
called,
instrumental though.
It's in the it'll be in the top right hand corner anyway. I think it was part of the playlist,
right.
so you'd be good if you want to go check that whenever. And onto our last release, you know, announcement and that sort of stuff
I
for the week.
forgot about this one.
Oh, how could you forget about this one?
How could I forget about Better PassCode?
Oof.
Sorry. I know we're trying to be a bit more professional. I apologize.
I mean, it was a hot take, but it's justified. Let's move on. Go on.
So, Neve Slide Down,
Indeed.
PassCode's sister group. They have a new single coming out on the 30th of August, so August is absolutely jam-packed. It's called Leaving.
So wait, that comes out on the same day as Dawn Slayer?
Necro.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, I haven't seen a confirmation that that Necro are actually releasing on the 30th, but
well, it is a Wednesday, and Wednesday is the release day.
Is it? Oh, okay.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, but it could be like this first week of September for all we know.
It could be. I mean, if they've got extra songs, maybe it'll take longer. But sorry, back to Neve.
So, single's called Leaving because one-word English titles for singles
are still the rage.
Still popular.
Still
very popular. Track listing is Leaving is the A side, then we have Up All Night is the B side, and then we get an instrumental version
of course,
Melodon
following
for some
in their
reason.
footsteps of what they always do. You get the last song as an instrumental, the last single.
Well, hey, you got to be able to rock that thing in the karaoke bar, right?
Yeah, like
Potentially.
5 months after the last one came out.
Pretty much.
They're also shooting a music video because management put out a tweet saying, "Hey, if you want to be an extra in a music video for Neve Slide Down, send us your information." So
pretty much.
Well, that'll be a nice change, because aren't they usually just like a out in the wilderness type
To me,
performance video.
to me, it suggests they're probably doing like a professionally shot kind of live performance type thing.
Could be. Either that, or it might not be for leaving, and it could be for Up All Night. And maybe Up All
Possibly.
Night will feature, you know, people in the streets and stuff. But you know,
They do like to do more than one music video for their releases.
if they was to double up and do Leaving and Up All Night, that would be pretty crazy. If they did another double release, they're known for it. But
yeah, so well, if it is for Leaving, we probably have a little bit longer to wait for a music video for this, unfortunately. So can't leave it too long though, because single comes out in a month.
That's
It's on CD Japan, it's on Amazon, it's probably going to be on iTunes. Can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
yeah, all their stuff so far has been on iTunes, so I'm sure it will be.
Might be on Ototoy, I'm not 100% sure on that
I
one.
haven't checked them for Ototo, no, not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so more Neve Slide Down. I mean,
Good times, can't
definitely
complain.
don't hate that.
But that's it pretty much for the release announcements, and then we can
Yeah,
go
man.
on to this week's. As you can see, we're still jam-packed. Song previews, that's, you know, previews that people have put out of songs that they are, you know, going to be putting out sometime on a proper release in the future, but, you know, they've given it to us on various places to check out before then. I think the first person who released a preview this week was Alloy. I don't know if you guys want to stick links for the previews as we talk about them for people, just so they can, you know, check them out whenever. But Alloy had their first new preview song on their SoundCloud. I think this is the first preview song with them just as a trio, I assume. Without
Yeah, I think that's right. And this is a proper preview. I mean, this thing is pretty raw.
Yeah, I mean, it's raw, but it sounds pretty good. Like, and it's a new preview of the song on SoundCloud called Yume no Tabiji, from what I can see. I don't think we did a translation on that one, so boo-hoo on that one, but you can go and check out the song anyway. So feel free to. What are your guys' feelings on this one? Do you check them out?
Yeah, I like this one. It's a rocker.
Yeah, I mean, it's more.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I mean, it's more along, you know, the kind of standard Alloy idol rock type spectrum, but it had some nice guitars and stuff like in it, and I was pretty digging it. It was pretty nice actually. Maybe it might be able to draw my attention to Alloy a bit more, but I'll need to wait and hear the Studio Magic version when that eventually comes out, which I'm sure they probably will do eventually.
Oh yeah, they'll clean it up and throw it out there.
So go and check that out on SoundCloud if you want, and see the new hotness from Alloy. See how you feel about it. Now they're just a trio. See if that's made them better or worse.
Wait, Terry, hold up a second.
What?
Didn't you guys just make fun of me last week for saying the new hotness?
we're trying to bring the word in for you now so that you can use it without feeling ashamed.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it. Spicy, hotness, all of them. They're all in it now. They're part of my vocabulary.
Those Johnisms.
Yep, Johnisms. They work.
That crazy guy.
I'm using them. On to our next preview for this week. We have Ibeck, who, you know, previously we've maybe not given the warmest of welcomes on their, calling it, what did they call themselves? The new, what was it? The new...
Oh, what? Yeah, what is
New
it?
something on Idol or something like that. They really kind
New
of...
New take on Idol?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or new something Idol.
No, it was like New Take on Idol. Or
Yeah, something like that. And a new take on Idol with their ripped off Metallica logo and their back to front Biss t-shirts. New take on Idol. But we were like, okay, fair enough. You know what I mean? We've had our graps with Ibeck, but no fault of the girls. That's their marketing. But check out the new preview on SoundCloud for their new song called Eggman. Yep, it's nothing to do with Dr. Robotnik or Sonic or anything like that, but it is called Eggman. And
is it to do with the
venue?
music venue?
Yeah, it could be to do with the music venue. Maybe that's where they're going to be performing it for the first time. But yeah, new preview song from Ibeck, and I'm actually kind of digging this one. It's pretty nice, in all honesty.
Yeah, I like this one.
The chorus is quite nice.
Yeah, their other ones I was kind of meh. I like this one.
Yeah, they kind of blended into the background a bit, but I like the kind of soaring guitars near the end. It's quite nice, and the chorus seems a bit more dramatic than than the other ones. So I was pretty. I'm liking it. I bet keep impressing us, please. Keep showing us new stuff. That's nice, and we'll be happy too.
Now I don't know. Is their member number fluctuating? Was it 5 and now it's 6? Does it?
I've got a picture and it says 5, and that's the one of them saying they're going to TIFF. So I'm assuming that 6. Sorry. So I'm assuming 6 is going to TIFF.
Okay, I couldn't remember when they first came out if they had 5 or if they had 6.
I think there was one girl for every letter of the name. Because I don't actually know. I don't know if the name is actually just their names. Maybe just taking the letter. I have no idea. They haven't explained that, so I can't confirm that. But
so it's kind of a dots kind of thing.
Oh god, yeah. Speaking of dots, if that was if that was the segue you wanted to give me,
that was me queuing.
That was nice. Then we'll move on to. It is pretty much the Metallica logo creator, by the way. Yeah, pretty much. Moving on to dots. One of you guys want to take away on the dots because I'm not too up on them. So one of you don't want to take the away with this one, maybe.
Well, okay. Dots is eclectic. Yes.
Yeah.
You never know what they're gonna be doing. This sounds kind of like the other two we've already talked about here. This is kind of an idle rock type number, yeah.
It's kind of like alt rock almost.
Yeah, I mean it's different than the Subway song is what I'm calling the last one that we talked about the videos
Subway
last
song
week.
the same song on all the MVs on the Subway song? Or are they different? They are the same song.
Yeah,
Okay.
They put out. I think they are actually
it's a different
doing
person
one.
singing though, right? On the Dots songs, on the Subway songs, it's different people singing.
Is each member singing their own video song? Is that what happened?
I think so, and they were given different names to the songs as well, but they were all the same.
See, that's me not paying attention at all. I guess
I had to right click and check the videos out in it when we was building up last week's playlist. So, and pasting stuff in. So I noticed that they had different names. So I'm not sure. Apparently they've put up a third one as well since then.
There is a third one.
So I'm assuming we're expecting to get a couple more before that.
But this one they put out on their SoundCloud. It's called 1998.
Which is probably when they were all born.
It's this one's a little more like alt rock. So if that's your thing, then this is the Dot song for you because I mean you got a wide range of genres to choose from when it comes to Dots.
Yeah, I mean I still don't understand the hype, but I wouldn't say the song's bad. I kind of enjoy it. It's alright. Maybe I just need to look into Dots a bit more to understand it, or maybe it's I do like to normally form an attachment with group members and have a favorite and care about what they're doing on stage. But I'm guessing that is Dot's whole thing, isn't it? That's Dot's whole thing is that you don't know. It could be anyone. For all we know, half of Deep Girl and Guso Drop could end up in Dots, and we'd never know as long as they've got a pair of glasses on. It's like Superman. Once you put them on, you just can't tell who they are. No idea.
Well, unless it's the short-haired one.
Unless it's the short-haired one. Well, that short-haired one at the back could be the one that got kicked out of Broken by the Scream. We don't have a clue.
We don't.
We don't have a clue. And on to our last song for this week from the previews. And it's actually a YouTube song preview for once, which is a bit strange. But it's Gokigen. Everyone's favourite jolly joyful group. It's Gokigen. It's not a new preview, but it's a new version of preview. So they've put out basically the full song for their original release, which was called Important Notice. And obviously this is the re-recorded version with obviously Houseplant and not Houseplant, Nagi and Nagi and Onigirin. It is Nagi and Onigirin, isn't it?
It's just Yeah.
Houseplant and Rice Balls, as they were affectionately known by us. But yeah. That's come out, and they basically put that out for people to be able to enter into the Gokigen MV competition. Essentially what Gokigen have done is they've gone and put loads of footage up on their YouTube tagged with the line MV, and they've got live clips, they've got member clips singing along to the song, they've got some group performance clips, they've got a bit of silly B-roll and things of them laughing, all that sort of stuff. And the idea is that fans would take that footage and then put it to the backing track of the song that they've just released here. It would have been nice if they'd released the song first, because then people could have got started. But I think
they were still recording.
They were still
weren't
recording vocals. Yes, I can forgive them on that one. But they've put it out. And what do you guys think of the song, boys? The new recorded version, anyway.
Well, I liked it the first time.
Yeah.
So, and more members, and that they can sing.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got some good singers in this group.
Well, I'm never gonna knock Shirahato, because I think Shirahato is actually a really good singer, as well as is it Hibitasu?
Yeah, Hibitasu.
Yeah. I think she's a really good singer. But then again, those two were singers before, so that's fine. Obviously, you've got Pot Plant, Nagi from. That's stuck in my. That's because that's what we call them, pot plant rice balls. Sorry, so you've got Nagi, green haired one. Obviously, she was from what? Let's Poco Poco, right?
Yep.
She was from Let's Poco Poco. So she's obviously had idling experience and she sings. And then you've got Onigirin, no idea on background on that one. And Pontapero, who's apparently 16. So, but she's not. We know she's not.
Perpetually 16.
Perpetually 16. She's the new Rina Hamu. And she can sing pretty well as well. She's definitely better for the kawaii stuff, I would say, Pontapero. But
she's like one of those women that never turns 30. She's always 29.
And yeah, until she hits like 60 and then suddenly she looks 80. But we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, essentially, you can enter the Gokigen MV, you can go grab all of their footage, all that sort of stuff, and you can make Gokigen an MV, and you can upload it to them, and you can basically show them, and the winner basically gets their MV hosted on their YouTube, and that'll be the official MV. I've already made a start, believe it or not. I think you guys have seen what I've done so far, so expect me to be probably doing an entry. And
I definitely heard you complain about it, that's for sure.
Because normally when you do music videos, as most people would know, you'd have the backing track in the music video so that you can lip sync and you can sync up the sound and all that sort of stuff. And Pontapero's one just had no soundtrack. It's basically just her mouthing the entire way through. So like, how? I ended up just having to drag it until I could find her mouth, like making sounds obviously I don't understand in the first place. I was like, yep, that looks right. So I worked it out and it looks pretty good. I have a preview of what I've worked on so far, but I'll have the full version up and I'll probably put it up on the All Idol podcast channel as the preview, because that's what they told you to do, host it on your channel and tag them in it or whatever, and they'll go check it out once it's done. So that'll probably be up in a couple of weeks once I eventually get it done. But that's about it for our previews.
15th of August is the deadline, guys.
So I've got a while, and so have you guys got a while. If any of you want to try your hand at MV making, if any of you are little media moguls in the background and we don't know about it or have prior experience to this, or if you just want to check a few things in a Windows Movie Maker and have some fun, there's some good stuff there.
Oh, come on, everybody's got Premiere now, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you can get your cheap Vegas.
Cheap Vegas. Hey man, don't knock Vegas. That's my baby. Anyway, we're a little bit out of time today. We haven't got as much time, so we're going to move on to video releases, and we're going to have to skip the hashtag John's Girls segment for today. But maybe we were wondering about news.
We still had
we over prepared for this show, so unless you guys want a 2-hour show, we're going to keep it short, and we're going to skip to this week's MVs if that's all right with everyone in the chat. But. We don't have.
It looks like it's fine.
It's
fine. They're all getting a choice in the bar.
Yeah, pretty
too
much.
Slow.
So our first video for this week is from PLIC PROCK, which I can pronounce correctly now, with their new song called Sunset Cement, which is a strange name.
Cheerful,
right? How you guys feeling about this one?
Kind of bland.
Kind of not packing the punch that their first song had, right?
Do you mean musically or in the video?
I mean both. Definitely both.
Where do you saying one of the members got?
I mean, from what I could see is that there was 4 before, and after the last MV, someone had to leave because of something's idle activities. And I have a feeling that video was a bit raunchy and someone's parents didn't quite approve and someone might have got dragged from the group. But don't fully quote me on that. I will have to go back and look over it just to 100% throw it out there. But I'm sure that there was one more and now there's not. But I could be wrong. But we'll check it out anyway. But let's have a look. But yeah, as for the video wise, they're on a beach, possibly wearing the same outfits as last time. But I don't know. I don't think they are. It kind of just looks like whatever nightie they had at home. They've kind of thrown on.
Yeah, it's like, okay, girls, we need you to wear a white dress.
Mm.
Hopefully you have a white dress.
Yeah. Like, oh, yes.
Because we very clearly do not have a budget.
Yeah. And this would have been perfect for last week's show with the what production budget.
It could have been in last week's show.
It could have been,
because
yeah.
it was out.
But we didn't have enough. We had too much stuff, I think. But yeah, it looks like one of them's got like a long dress, one of them's got a bit of a a skimpy dress, keeping in theme with the last MV from them, and then one of them's got like this kind of like frumpy yellowy type thing going on. I don't know, but yeah, the video's low budget. It's on a nice beach actually. I'll say that. Looks like a nice beach.
Yeah. The song is.
It's just a bit on the bland side from them after their last song.
It is.
It is. A bit more.
It's bland.
It's kind of slow and a bit sleepy.
Yeah, but not dream pop. It's not dream poppy.
No, not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way. It's just not too
Well, I
exciting.
guess every release has that one song that you skip.
And
It's
this
just
would be
unfortunate
it.
they
This
decided
would
to
be
make a video
Yeah.
for that one.
Yeah. I'm surprised at the end it doesn't say recorded on iPhone.
Yeah.
Recorded on iPhone and uploaded via 3G. But yeah, we'll move on from PLIC PROCK. It's in the top right hand corner if you want to go and look and make judgments for your own self. It's up there if you want to go check it out, feel free. And we'll move on to our last video for today, which is PassCode. And it's PassCode's second MV that they released, the full version of, which actually is the full version, which is PassCode Same to You. They released the other one in the full version. They released both at the same time.
Yeah, I just realized.
What did you do?
If you're in America
Oh, you don't get to see it.
and you go to the playlist on YouTube, you can't actually watch
So
this
yeah,
video.
watch it here. Just watch it here. There's no sound.
Or
watch it
you
here.
need to go to PassCode's Facebook and watch it there.
Well,
That's
I've
actually
got it
quite
on.
nice of
I've
them
got it
to
on. I've got it on my website too.
Oh, nice.
Or John's website.
But yeah, essentially. But yeah, I'm much more liking this one than the first song that they put out, which is actually what's it called? One Step Beyond.
Yeah.
One Step Beyond.
Beyond.
One Step Beyond was okay. It was fine. It was just it wasn't quite as different as I was hoping from them, and I thought the video made absolutely no sense. It was like a mash of like 3 different video ideas thrown together. Whereas where I think PassCode's like strengths lie is just in performance vids. Like that's why I honestly think that they normally work a lot better. Like this is fine. Like I don't mind. Give me a bit of like the fake digital effectory, and then just show me them. Them doing their thing on stage. Especially with the the blue background, and then later on when Yuna's vocal, screen vocals come up, it gives you all the red effect and all that sort of stuff. So I was a bit more excited about this one than the last one. The video, obviously, it's probably not as much budget as the first video, but for them, I actually prefer this video, personally.
Yep, I like it when they do this style of video. It's it's like the Miss Unlimited video.
And the Axis video.
Yeah, it's just a kind of a in studio performance type video. I like.
They're playing
I like
to their
them doing those
strengths, and
kinds.
what their strengths are is their life. That's what their strengths are. Like, they don't need to be dressing up in sailor suits and laying on tables or wearing, scanty t-shirts and laying in bathtubs face down filled with roses. None of this is needed. Like this isn't Deep Girl. We don't need Mashiro in a bathtub. Like it's just not right.
No, just sing it and dance around.
Kick ass, yeah.
That's what we want.
That's what we want
That's what we
PassCode to
want.
do, yeah. Kick ass, take the
And
names.
they was it just me or was the vocoder toned down in this one
In
a bit?
parts of this song, yes.
Some of it, yeah.
In parts of this, yeah. Towards the end, it's toned down, which made me like the song a lot more. And it has like this whole little 8-bit bit going on, and yeah, this song musically is a lot more interesting than the one before it.
Yeah, and they kind of stepped away from their standard song structure thing that I was complaining about last
it's
week.
a bit different, yeah, than the last one. Do you remember it was quite funny when I originally see the track listing? My exact words were, "I thought Same to You would be the ballad. Look how wrong I was."
Yeah,
It's not the ballad. I mean, it's a good
No.
song, but it's definitely not a ballad. So we'll have to guess which song, or if there even is going to be a ballad. Maybe they're just going to forego any of the softer non-vocoded stuff from now on, and they're just gonna do. I don't know if I could deal with a whole album of this though, like an entire 12 tracks of one step beyond than this. They'd have to seriously mix it up in the variety department to keep me listening. I'm sure a lot of other people would be fine with this, and I've seen some people saying that this is probably one of the best things that they've ever released. I would disagree. I wouldn't say it's the best thing they've ever released, but this is definitely back more. If this song just didn't have the vocoder in it, I'd probably think that this was amazing, like completely amazing. But the vocoder on it still it's starting to grate on me. Still starting to grate on me, and this is from me, who is like a massive PassCode fan. As much as I critique them and have my issues, like the vocoder started to wear on me. I think I said that last time. I'm gonna stop because I let one say something.
Well, when you're, I guess I'll say, in the biz that we're in of reporting on Idol, you listen to so much stuff. You need something new every once in a while to, kick it up. And this one's in a PassCode vein. This one's a little different, so it piques your interest a little bit.
Yeah, out of the two preview tunes on the iTunes, this is the one that I've played much more. Even like Yuna's screamy bit, her harsh vocal passage or verse or whatever you want to call it, I just thought was a lot more interesting on this one. Gary was our PassCode fan. Well, the older PassCode fan. Anyway, he preferred stuff from the first album, so his opinion would probably differ. But I don't know, how you feeling about it, Gary?
It's decent. I mean, it's better than the song we talked about last week, that's for sure. Just, I don't know, I'm in this weird place with the whole vocoded vocals. It's like, I don't mind it if it's kind of done in a interesting way, or if it's used to kind of just add a little bit to the vocals.
Yeah.
But when you're starting to turn it up to 7 or 8 or 9,
or 11, and
it's like, I don't know. It's I think we've said this before, but I don't see why they need this on every song.
Yeah,
give us one clean song. That would be awesome. I would love that.
But anyway,
but they're not going to do it because branding and all.
Yeah, this is their style now, so we're kind of
they are like what the cyber warriors, or whatever. That's their whole shtick, right?
Is it?
No.
They're like hackers and all this, right?
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, they're kind of like I get what you mean. Yeah, like technology and metalcore and all that sort of stuff all meets to something. Yeah. The song sounds like a version of Fear and Loathing Las Vegas song. Every single song they've ever released sounds like a version of a Fear and Loathing Las Vegas song. And Fear and Loathing Las Vegas actually just put out 2 new songs called Shine and Return to Zero. Return to Zero is a banger, and PassCode, take notes from that song. Or Shine, if you want something a bit more ballady, go take notes from that. And they've been around for how many albums? 4 or 5 albums, Fear and Loathing, and they're still managing to make stuff fresh. And I may even go see them in Japan when I'm over there in November. If there's no Idol stuff on, then I'll go and see Fear and Loathing, because I'm not going to see PassCode, so I might as well see the male equivalent. And
are they not supporting Fear and Loathing?
Is
that dream dead?
No, I think that dream's dead. But we'll find out. But anyway, on that bombshell, I think we're going to end today's show, because we've pretty much rinsed everything we had, apart from the #JohnsGirls segment. But we'll save that as a special for next time. Thank you for everyone who joined us today. The on-demand video will be on Monday as usual, around about noonish, 12, 1 o'clock I think it normally is. So yeah, is there anything you guys want to say before we head off?
Check out idolishshit.com. I typically post at least 1 review every week. This past week I reviewed the You'll Melt More mini album that came out recently. For some reason their using the Dallas songs to promote it. So if you've kind of been thinking that it's not very good, then maybe go check out the mini album, because there's about 3 or 4 really good songs on there. What's going out next week? Terashima Yufu single review, which none of you probably care about because it's not alt. So, you know, check out maybe.
I'm sure there's people here that like
you know?
stuff that's more than idols. I'm sure a lot of our people have
to
variety of
be in
tastes.
this, guys, you know.
Anything from you, John?
Yeah, if you really needed the section on new groups, just go to my site, straight-from-japan.com. All 3 groups that I was going to talk about, I've got articles on them there. We're going to talk about who is this? RE Alice, XOXO, Kiss and Hug Extreme, and Dorka.
Yeah.
So if you want to know about them,
that's pretty crazy.
Go to my site.
So yeah, 3 new groups that if you guys want to check them out, we didn't get a chance to mention them today, but go to Straight from Japan and you can check them out there. He's got an article on each of them, quite interesting. Go and check it out. But that's pretty much all from us, and that's all from me. So we'll catch you all next week on the next one. Thanks for everyone who joined us. Catch you later.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.
Later.